Hooty woo! Hello, hello. What it do, folks? Let's see who here with me, y'all. We have a pretty packed-ish show, but hope to get through, everything with y'all's, love and help, honey. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody. And then let me just get started in the pit. It said my mic was muted. Can y'all hear me now? Hi, Tati. Hello, hello. I was saying I had to go on out and send out my link and everything, which that's like my least favorite thing to do. I need to just be consistent. So 2026, I am going to just like set up all of the okay, perfect. I'm gonna set up all of like the what they're called, all of like the little links so you could just already have it like set so people will know when I'm doing a show and XYZ, and then I'll just change all the other stuff. My only thing is like I always want to make sure I have a title that like brings people in that's like relevant. And so that's why I wait until like the week of to like actually have my stuff, but whatever. We're here, we locked and loaded, and we got a lot to talk about. So without further ado, let's jump on in. So I also updated the slide. I just had more time. I had more time. So like just starting off like um, this month I what's it called? I'm over here going blank. Oh yeah, this month is like I've been off the longest that I've ever been like off for the whole year. And so like, I just had time. Like I went to Thailand, like I'm in Houston right now. I go back next week, of course, because that's when, life starts back up. But like, yeah, it's just been so nice to be like so far away and removed from work that like things have just been slower. Like I caught up on so much TV, but like not all of the shows that I need to catch up on, which we'll get into that. And just spending time with my family. I will say I haven't spent a lot of time, and I agree, Tati, it's time to reset. I haven't spent a lot of time with like myself in the sense of like reflection, which I think is very interesting because I'm like always big on reflecting and stuff like that around this time of the year. And I do think that like I am trying to like ease away from like being monotonous or like performativity, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to hold on, let me move my notes here for when I need to go to them so I can move my other notes here. Y'all know I got like 10 things of notes every time I do a chat because I want to stay on topic. But anyway, yeah, like I really haven't done a lot of Yeah, I really haven't done a lot of, what's it called? A lot of just time to, like, just, like, check on in on, like, what I wanna do, what my goals are and stuff like that, like I normally do, and, like, I don't wanna be, like, too, like, what's it called? Like, I don't wanna when you go through a routine so much and, like, it becomes robotic and monotonous and, like, it feels performative and you're just doing it for the sake of doing it and, like, you're not really, you know what I mean? And so I really didn't wanna go into that, but all that said and done, I started off my end of this year in Thailand, which was amazing. I started off in Phuket. I went to Bangkok, and then I ended, or Phuket, sorry, Phuket, Bangkok, and then ended in Chiang Mai, and it was just so great. Like it was refreshing. It was my first ever solo trip. 10 recommend. If you have the opportunity to ever do a solo trip, do it. Like I didn't feel alone at all, and I didn't really have a lot of alone time, which is funny. So like I feel like I was 12 hours ahead of Eastern time, and so I was like, what, 11 hours ahead of everybody I know, like, in Texas and stuff like that, and then a little bit, whatever for the folks in, or 13 hours ahead, and then further ahead for the people in LA. And like, it was like weird and funky trying to get like that time difference. But like it was literally like when I was going to bed, people were waking up, and when I was waking up, people were getting ready to go to bed. And so that was nice. And then like I had breakfast, and I usually chatted with like Miles and Lauren or like whoever I was chatting with. I talked to my family a little bit. I was able to celebrate my birthday early, which like felt really good of like celebrating my birthday before my actual birthday. So I don't know, I might have to do that again. I'm already thinking about where I want to go for 2026. So I have to hit up the group chats and let them know what's on the docket. Because I think I told everybody in October. And I wanted to do Thailand this year. Shout out to Kiana, my travel agent, who literally booked me like the amazing, like beautiful time. Like I should have included pictures in this. I was thinking about the actual recap and like not having this be an update of my life, but whatever. I definitely plan on sharing some more on social media. I'm going to try to use TikTok more for a lot of like these types of things, just for like that overflow because I talk a lot in these and like always talk over. And I'm like, I need to stop talking over. But anyway, yeah, that was um the start of my birthday and the start of this, like the wrap of my birthday and the wrap of this month. But without further ado, let's get into. Oops, it's not on here. Let's get into what's going on. So there's so many things going on um, in the world, and so I'm just going to like pop off all of these things randomly. If y'all have anything, Tatsy be the baddest. I love the name. If y'all have anything to add or share, feel free. Go ahead. But yeah, so first and foremost, what I want to address is Miss Maga Minaj. It has finally come to that time that like Nikki has like really shifted. And she was inching on this, I feel like all year, to be honest, of like, giving a lot of like that like sort of Trump rhetoric. And so she did a conversation with I think Erica Kirk on Turning Point or something like that. I don't know. I didn't watch the clips. Y'all know I don't really like watching clips like that, and especially about shit that if this is something I'm not the audience for, why am I even tuning in? You know what I mean? And so I didn't really tune in, but everyone was telling me about it because they're like, oh my gosh, Nikki, 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 Nikki. And I'm just like, girl, what? I've been stopped defending the lady for the last, I think, like when the Meg stuff started, I was like, yeah, I can't defend the behavior. Like with the Cardi stuff at the very beginning, it was just like, oh, like I get it. They're whatever, whatever. Like, hope she's well, blah, 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 blaming the husband. But like it gets to a point where it's you. You know what I mean? And so all I know is that she has like a clip, I think allegedly being transphobic, um, of saying like, boys let boys be boys or something like that. Like I don't know. Like I didn't really educate myself on all of it because why would I? I'm not their audience. I don't want to be their audience. And because of that, like, I want to make sure I'm saying it here. You heard it here first that Nikki is not my girl. Although once again, I've said that years and years and years and years. Love the music. And like I'm not gonna lie, like if a song comes on and I'm like doing something, I'm not gonna be like, oh, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. But I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not like I was never I haven't defended her in years, like over 5 years. Um, like since like what Hot Girl Summer is the last time I was really defending a girl. Um And so, yeah, it's unfortunate, and, like, I made sure I put on the jacket, and, like so I still have my little thing that I got from the tour to wrap my hair, and then I, like, am wearing a Barbie shirt, like, from the actual Barbie, not from Nikki, but I was like, "I don't wanna give anybody the wrong impression here, child, I'm not." So I was like, "Let me put on my little crown." So my crown, I have a Happy New Year crown today because my other crown, my gold crown broke, so I need to get a new crown, and then also I have, like, my little silver crown, my little, Glinda the Good crown, but that needs to look, she lost 10 milli. I don't think Nikki is Nikki. Something is wrong. I agree with you, Tati. I think something is wrong, but like I don't want to be on that sort of like on that y'all not got to hear me saying that I'm rooting and fighting for this lady. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be aligned with her politics. I already wasn't defending the lady, so like I'm just gonna let it run its course as it does. I'm not about to go through. I just don't care that much. I don't listen to that much music anymore. I'm not to go through every song I have and make sure Nikki is deleted and da da da. I'll just be careful, child. You know what I mean? But anyway, that wasn't the biggest thing. Secondly, Miss Cardi, speaking of our rap queens, Miss Cardi and Mr. Diggs. So Cardi did a cute little video, or cute is the word, but she did a video this week and she was like, "What y'all want me to do? I'm getting ready for this tour. Let's look forward. Let's move forward. Y'all want me to fuck y'all niggas? Y'all want me to take y'all men and fuck them? Like, girl, he done got these girls pregnant. They didn't have the babies. Like, let's move on. Y'all get me. Y'all get me good. Y'all get me a little bit too hard. And I think that like again, that humility that Cardi has will always be her saving grace. I think Cardi is the more likable personality. I'm not jumping on. I've always liked Cardi. I'm not jumping on her bandwagon or nothing like that. Like a lot of people are. It's been funny. A lot of the memes are just like stallions and Barty gang. Do y'all have da, 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 like y'all got some room for us? Like that's been cracking me up. Tati says she thinks her relationship is fake. I I don't know if I'd say fake Tati, but I would definitely say like they're not for real. You know what I mean? I think that they're just there. You know what I mean? Um, and so yeah. But it's funny because Cardi's like, girl, like let's move forward. Let's look ahead. Like, yeah, this man, got me, but yeah, I had the baby. I want me to put the baby back in my cat. Like, what's going on? And speaking of a man with a lot of babies, Nick Cannon has apparently been going on like this like Xmas, like Christmas, like picture tour that I think is really funny of like taking pictures with different people of his like different families that he's created and made. I think that's interesting. I think that's I just don't know. Why would you put yourself through it? You know what I mean? Like that's just too much. But like he's a celebrity. He's been a celebrity for years. Like you know what I mean? Like I guess he sees it as like going in and out. But I just continue to raise that question of like he's such a clown, Tati. I continue to raise that question of such like when do it becomes like I don't know. Like when are we going to? How are the kids? Are the kids all right? Like, the kids are getting up there, the kids are getting older, the kids are growing up, and then I saw, like, somebody on social media saying that, like, he's, like, getting ready to introduce them, and I'm just like, "Introduce?" Like, they should have already been, like, introduced, like, it's just it's so messy, it's so sloppy, but if you haven't, go look at Nick Cannon's page. He has at least, I think, 3 or 4 of the families that he has posted, and, of course, Mariah takes her pictures with her kids every year. Somebody was like, "Oh, look, she's trying to do a clapback," and people are like, girl, do you not know the Queen of Christmas always takes a picture with her kids? Like, what do you mean? And they're getting grown. I definitely want to know their take. Like, and of course, we probably won't get into they're much older, but like, what are their take on all of these siblings? Because like at the end of the day, these are your siblings. Like, I don't know. I don't have like a multitude of like half siblings, whatever that means, or whatever, like running around. Like my siblings are the 3 folks who I grew up with. Like, you know what I mean? We've always been a family of 4 or 6, whatever, including my parents. And so like like of course my extended family, like I grew up with my family, and so just creating broken homes. And so like I'm just very curious about yeah, I'm really curious about what's going on in the world, you know what I mean, with like what do they think about their siblings? Are they going to like it's not their responsibility, but like I mean like I don't know. I don't know. I think if I was older and I had like a lot of younger siblings, like I would try to like whatever. Anyway, I might get into that. Some of it touches some of the shows I've been watching. Beyonce is a billionaire now officially, and so shout out to her. Let's take a moment to celebrate. Um, I think it's I think it's so funny that they're saying like she's officially a billionaire. Like I definitely assumed she was already a billionaire because isn't Jay Z a billionaire and like they're married and like they're just joint ventures. Baby's been swimming in millionaire cash to me. Like before Sacred, before Ivy, or maybe once Ivy Park and all that stuff started getting on, but like definitely before this year, I assumed she was already a billionaire. But it's like her tours, all the things that she got going on, like it has gotten there. It's just like she's just such a hot commodity. And she's such a talent and she's such a consumable herself that I'm like, okay, but I'm seeing that a lot of people they're taking this a lot differently than they took Rihanna's news of her being a billionaire. A lot of people were very like anti-billionaire, and they still are, of course. But like, I felt like it was like really, really, really like when it was our girl Rihanna. It would Beyonce, not as much, which I'm fine either way. And then lastly, what I want to talk about is there's this video around on TikTok going on that I could do better. Maybe I need to like include clips and stuff like that of the topics I'm talking about. I just always want to leave it open to like if people have opinions or anything they want to share. But but yeah, I think it's this TikTok. Maybe I saw it on Twitter though. I don't really get on TikTok. Maybe I will start in 2026. It just still overwhelms me, and like I don't get how y'all can like no shade to the people on TikTok, but I just don't get how people could just like look at videos and just go through videos. Like I I don't have that attention span. I know people say that they don't either. Um, but like I would rather look at words and like pictures, and like I have like multiple, which I think you can do multiple things on TikTok. Anyway, follow me on TikTok. Uh Hopefully I'll use it more. But yeah, so there was this lady. She was like, this guy was in the grocery store. He had on like some sweatpants and like a little aloe shirt. Shout out to aloe. And the girl was like, "Oh, I'm just so sick of y'all, like gay. Get away from me!" And like charging up on the man, like rolling up on him, like throwing his cart around, like getting all in his face, saying like, "I'm sick of you. You need to leave. Like, get that out of there. Like, oh, I just can't look at you." He's like, "Girl, you need to get away from me." And like, I'm over here thinking this boy, mind you, the girl's not big. Like, she's like, she looks like she may be short, whatever. But like, I'm like, oh, the guy must be smaller than me, child. Over here just letting the girl just like push, like, y'all. When I mean like push on him, this lady was like pushing and throwing stuff and all this and that. Like, type in like homophobic grocery store on TikTok or whatever, and like I'm sure you'll find it. And I see that they found the lady's like name. I don't know if they've actually found the lady. But he said allegedly, child, like he was like he recorded her for like a good like 2 minutes or so. Tati, I don't know if you saw it. I'm gonna have to send you the link if you haven't. But like she was charging him up, and like that's when it gets like he's getting hate crime. You know what I mean? And that's when it gets like people are wild out here. Like it's dangerous out here. And like I'm just so fortunate that I've never had to experience any level of like bullying or harassment or such like violence in that way. Like if anything, my mouth the most violent. But like I'm really grateful that I haven't had to experience that or put myself in those situations because I don't know how I would react. Like I don't know how I would react if someone's charging up at me at the grocery store saying like, "Get away from me," and this and that. Mind you, like what I'm wearing, child, like I'm wearing in these shorts. Like she definitely would have said it about me. But him, he had on like he was fully dressed. And she was like getting on him. And so yeah, I think that's insane. And then like later on I saw and then he said something about like, "Oh, yeah, I still don't go across the grocery store," which I don't I don't agree with, too much violence, but it do get to a point where oh, I left my socks in here. It do get to a point where you're not about to keep on playing with me. I know that. You're not about to keep on charging up on me. I don't care who or what you are. I ain't no pups. You gonna find out. Um. Anyway, and then there was like this black film guy who I saw was on the train in New York, and someone was like charging them up as well, and like being like, "Oh, like da, 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 what are you doing here?" And da, 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 da. And like the person like ran and was like shaking and crying. Like I don't like I said, I don't know where I'll be in that situation. people are killing themselves over this. It's really sad. Like I agree, Tati. Like people are ending their lives, taking their lives, and some people are taking people's lives over things like this and difference and things like that. And like, I think that's why like the magmanage of it all is like scary. You know what I mean? It's like there's a rhetoric of people who you're supporting, and like regardless of if Nikki herself is transphobic, homophobic, whatever, she's aligning with that. Similar to the way she aligned with predators, and all these types of things. Like when you align yourself with something, you're co-signing those things, and so that's something to watch and whatever. But anyway, about to get into TV. I have a lot of shows that I've been watching. And I don't want to take too much time talking about them because I want to talk about the other shows. Just depending. Tati, I don't know if it's just us in here, girl, or if the other people, it is New Year's Eve. So I get it. The people who are like out celebrating, drinking awesome shooters, I'm gonna stay committed to me, and so I'm gonna make sure I still have this running program going. But shout out to the people who are enjoying and watching later. I hope that I'm getting through it enough for you that you can partake and be a part of. Like I do, I do know that I have like a few friends who will text me on the side like, "Hey, I saw your YouTube, wasn't able to see it live, but it was good. XYZ, it was funny. Da 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 da. Like do more." And so period. Well, period, boo. It's just us. So these are all the shows that I have watched. Most of the shows I've watched this past month. So All's Fair is Kim Kardashian show, really good. If you have not seen it, I would definitely recommend it. Really good is a stretch, but it's entertaining. It's not as bad as people make it seem. You know what I mean? Like people make it seem like it's this like horrendable, like like Kim Kardashian like ruined like the fact that they got a 0% on the first episode or the first 3 episodes, like, I still don't believe that because 'cause I've seen worse shows than that, like, especially in modern times. And so, like, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a good show. I would say there was, like, a plot line, I think episode 4 that, like, I definitely was like, "Oh, yeah, I gotta go somewhere with this." Like, I was uncomfortable with that. But aside from that, it is a nice show. I do think that it's going on a little bit too like, the storylines were moving in an okay pace, and then, like, I felt like the last few episodes, it was like, "Y'all don't know what y'all doing." Just like, you know what? It gets to that point too, like, and you don't want them to be too stretched out, but it's also like, what are we watching here? But I need to watch it. I haven't. So I in some countries when I'm traveling, I can't access my Hulu, my Disney, or like my Peacock. And so I haven't been able to watch a lot of my shows like I wanted to. Like when I was gone, I wanted to watch more shows. I forgot to add The Witcher on here. I've been watching The Witcher too. That's like mostly what I watched when I was in Thailand. But like Netflix works just fine. But all these other places, like I guess you need a VPN or whatever. And so I don't know if there's a newer episode of All's Fair. Like I have so many shows to watch and catch up on, so I don't know. And I didn't download it before because it's not that type of show. But I enjoy it. Glenn Close is really good. Shout out to her. I think she just won an award. I saw her speaking about like the Tyler Perry movie that she was in, or Lee Daniels movie that she was in, LOL. When she said, "I smell your nappy pussy all the way from over here," or whatever that was. Bear Lair is really good. So Bear Lair just finished their final season. I haven't finished Bear Lair, but I've finished like the first half, and so like I think I have 2 episodes left, 2 maybe 3 episodes left. And so far, like I binged the hell out of Bear Lair this month, because I wanted to make sure I watched it when I came back home. Oh, an amazing ending. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see it, Tati. I'll probably see it. Well, yeah, I'll definitely see it next month. I'll probably see it when I'm back home. Or who knows? Like I wanted to catch up on some shows so I can, talk about some stuff today. But yeah, y'all, like it is really good. Like I was telling like some of my friends, like as I like jump back in it, like they need to get back into it. Cause like I think that like I started but I fell off. Thankfully it's just 4 seasons. And so it's not something that like, it's not something that you're like, oh my goodness, like, oh, I gotta, it's 10 seasons I gotta catch up on. I'm not in the mood. I'm not like they're already popping fireworks out here. It's nothing like that. Like it's really easy to watch. Coco Jones is great in it. Jabari Banks, I believe the guy who plays Will Smith or whatever, he's really good. Carlton's really good. There's a lot of layers for Carlton and his character, like a lot of layers. Like I would say Carlton probably has the most layers of a character, and then you can see that they're really trying to write something with Ashley. Amazing, talented crew, gorgeous people, beautiful black cast. Like shout out to Jeffrey. I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed the twists and the turns of it because I didn't really fully watch First Prince of Bel Air growing up. I'm not a big comedy person. Like I don't really like a lot of like things that are just like meant to make you laugh and like the laugh tracks and all those things. Like those are off-putting to me. I don't like comedy show movies. Like I'll watch them and I will laugh, but I'm just like I will never just go out of my way or just be like, oh yeah, I need to get into that. And so, got into that. I watched Palm Royale on Apple TV. I'll probably talk more about that next month. Very funny show. Not at all what I thought it was. Essentially, this girl jumps into, or she's like low key rich adjacent. And she tries to like enter herself into like the Palm Beach sort of like social club because like that's the it girls or whatnot. Um, and it's just a really funny, like what Kristen Wiig's in it, a lot of other actors, like Ricky Martin's another title actor in that as well. And I don't know, I really like it. It's like a fun, like just having the background type of show that I've been watching over the past few days. So definitely gonna get into it more. So I Love LA, y'all, is insane. It's on HBO Max. If you have not seen it, I recommend you watch it. So many people told me to watch it. I just haven't because I was like, girl, like I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I like the people said it was supposed to be a knockoff Insecure. Like, like shout out to the girl. Like I said, I don't like stuff that's just meant to be funny. But last night I binged it and I watched all of it. Shout out to not having to work and like having a whatever sleep schedule. And so it is insane. Those people are insane. Those people aren't serious. They don't make sense. It's very cringe, but in a fun way. I think anybody who lives in LA should watch the show. Um, and like especially I would love to see like more and more black people like, oh, that's not our reality. That's not our life at all. Like Tati, I need you to watch this show so we can talk about it. So you can be like, what the hell you got me watching? My sister, funny stuff, was like, "Oh yeah, it's like coke induced, I'm sure, like or coke laced." I forgot what she said. She's like, every episode like has layers of coke in it, like you in the writing. I'm like, shut up, girl. But like, she's not wrong. It's insane. But it really made me laugh. It made me cringe. I liked the way some of the storylines played out. I've never had a problematic. So it's about like codependent friends. I'm praise the Lord, I've never had a codependent relationship a day in my life. I can be very needy, especially with my family and things of that nature. But like the levels of toxic codependency that is throughout here is insane. Like I can't imagine like having friends who I can't really like if I'm around them constantly and I can't tell the truth to them. Like it's one thing to lie here and there, to your friends, like if you don't see them all the time or if like you're seeing them in passing, like that's whatever. Like I don't see that as like a major big deal, but like hating a friend who you were really close with for a long time and then I just like in a lot of my relationships nowadays like there's so much clarity, at least for me, to be honest. Like who knows if the other person feels the same way, but like there's clarity of like, oh, it's somebody who I care deeply about, and this is the ways that I care about them and the ways that I show up for them and the ways that we still communicate and we still talk. And like I might not talk to everybody because I don't have time to talk to myself really, but like like I try to make sure people don't get lost in the wayside. But there's always a level of care for everybody. And happy to if I'm in a city, link up with them and whatever it may be. So that's very interesting. And it's just nice to like watch something that like I know will never be my life. Like I will never, I'm 31. I'm not gonna ever be that codependent. Because I haven't been. So where is it gonna pop off at? But yeah, shout out to that. I'm getting Stranger Things later. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to run through all these things. So Mighty Nine, watching on Amazon. I'm really getting into Dungeons and Dragon type theme stuff. So I'm gonna talk about Stranger Things later. Projections Olympians. I only seen season one. Going to see season two. Talk about that in January. Summer I Turned Pretty. My sister-in-law has been watching it today, and so I've watched like what the first 4 episodes or 5 episodes of season one. Um, Tati, what? Because that's what I was hoping for. Like, I'm waiting for like once I'm done with this, I'm ready to watch Stranger Things. Like, let me go look at it. Dun-dun-dun. Tati, you're kidding me. Oh, the finale's on now, babes. It's up, it's up, it's up, the right side up. I can't wait to watch it. So getting to Stranger Things, I started Stranger Things maybe a year or two ago. I think it was last year. I think it was actually 2 years ago, and I watched the first 3 seasons. I was going to watch the fourth season, but they said, "Oh, you're gonna have to wait 2 or so years for season 5 to come out." And I said, who said that? I'm not watching it. And so I never watched the fourth season because I wasn't going to watch something that like wasn't done. And I think it's insane. I think it was 2 years because one year I think I probably would have been like, okay, I'll watch it and then like I'll wait. I think it was 2 years. I'm like, I'm not fucking watching a show for two and waiting 2 years. So thankfully I didn't. And so I watched recaps. I downloaded it. So I wanted to watch it on the flight back. However, yeah, I left my iPad on the flight from um, Korea to Atlanta, and so I didn't have my iPad for like these last few for like the last week. Oh my goodness, P Valley. But see, the difference between P Valley is like I'm hooked into P Valley. Like I watch it live and in time. Stranger Things I got into late. I got into Stranger Things like 2 years ago. And so if I would have watched it 10 years ago when it first came out, I probably would have been like waiting bated breath. But I didn't. But it's so good, y'all. Like I love that we're wrapping on up. I hear they're going to do like a what it's called a spin-off. It's not going to be any of the characters that we know and love, but it's going to be a spin-off. I thoroughly enjoy the Wheeler family. Like Nancy is like probably my favorite. Holly got a lot of play this season. Shout out to Holly. Will's cool. Love Mrs. Wheeler. Don't like the daddy actually, but the daddy's funny. Like you know what I mean. Like you gotta have somebody. And then of course I love the Black family, Lucas family. Lucas and Erica, they crack me up. Really love Lucas and his popular boy era. Love Erica and her. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. Ass mentality, like love that in that white ass town, like so unbelievable, but like still so like enjoyable to watch. Will, I mean, unpopular opinion, I don't mind Will. I actually kind of like him. He's not my favorite character by any means. And like, mind you, I don't know nothing about the actor, don't really care to, but like Will as a character, I know people were saying a lot of backlash, like they don't like him, just like they don't like the actor in XYZ. But man, I'm like, I actually like the actor. He's a sweetie pie. His coming out scene was really nice and endearing, ish, I guess, I suppose. It's just always nice to see folks like there were breadcrumbs throughout the show of like, oh, he's different. You know what I mean? Like they didn't just throw it out first season. Like, you know what I mean? And like literally they just showed in the penultimate season or the penultimate episode that like, yeah, he's officially like coming out. And so like I think that's what's like really nice in storytelling. Like that's a part of him, but it's not like going to be a storyline that's followed. And so yeah, like tune into Stranger Things. It's a phenomenon for a reason. And then speaking of phenomenons, just want to talk about Heated Rivalry. Have not seen it. Plan on seeing it in January, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't gonna watch it at first because I'm like, girl, they really queer. Like, I don't want to watch straight for pay or gay for pay. I don't care to. Like, I see enough of the gays in my life to like watch something like. I'm not lusting over no whatever. But I hear it's a hot show and I hear the people love it. We'll get into it later. Without further ado, boom, boom, boom. Let's jump into the reality TV of it all. Thank y'all for bearing with me. I want to talk about everything else so much still, but we got to get into it. We got to get into the show, especially for the people who are like, hey, babes, I'm watching for the reality recap. Get into it. So first, I want to talk about Kimura's Back in the Fab Lane. So I've been watching that today. It's just 20-minute episodes. Really good. Ate it on up. Shout out to Kimura Lee Simmons. She's a baddie. Her family's gorgeous. She's a boss. Like, I have a new found respect for her. And the only reason why I did quotes is like, oh my gosh, Tati, did you watch it? The only reason why I did quotes is because like I've never really been enmeshed in that. Like my mom loved Baby Fat, like loved Baby Fat. And I always thought Kimura was a gorgeous girl. And like, like I used to watch Run's House, I believe is what it was called, with Rev Run's kids, and like there's Russell Simmons, like, um, and so I knew of her, of course, but like one, I didn't know she was Blasian. I found out last year, or like within the last 5 years, I found out that she's Blasian. Um, And I think that's insane. She's gorgeous. It makes sense. But I'm like, oh, my girl black. Like, I like that. I like that. Um, and like I think her kids are just such a perfect mix of her. I wish the pictures, I should have made the pictures like bigger. I didn't expect them to be so small on my screen here, but when I made the slide, like they looked even out. I want to show the full family, of course. Like we really only focus on Ming and a little bit of Aoki. Once she comes in, Aoki was in Bali. So yeah, like it starts off with a reintroduction. She shares with us like, hey, this is me, 3 times divorced. I'm not talking about my ex-husbands. If you want to know who they are, look me up on Google. And I like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to her. She's like, I'm a name of my own. Like, I don't have no kind of fame for any of these people. Like, they might be great in their own right. I only know 2 of them. The last one I don't know too much about. Never heard about them. Thought she was still married, honestly. But yeah, like I don't know. Like I really loved watching this show, y'all. Like it was a nice, like Kimura has always been that girl. And you know what? The people did say that. The people say she was always that girl. I feel like she was on the Def Jam game. Let me look it up real quick. Def Jam game, Kimura. Yes. Yes, Kimura was on the Def Jam game. Shout out to her. I used to play with her a little bit. Love her. I'm a major fan. This show made me a major. Like I just love people who are about family. And like putting their family on, like in a way that's not so like the jargon of generational wealth. Like that bothers. It doesn't bother me, but it's like it's such a phrase. It's just been taken. Like that's why like the reflection at New Year's Eve, like all that stuff just gets on my nerves now. Like it's just too much. It's too much. It's not rooted in the sense of enjoyment, but like you can tell she enjoys her family, she enjoys her life, and she wants her family, like to be excel in what they could excel in, but like also like how can we interweave you to build you up for success? And like as someone who's an aspiring parent myself, like I think a lot about like how am I going to like pour that into my kids and like the future generations of my family. It's just hard, like and hard in the sense of like it's just something I just didn't think about. um Last was supposed to go to trial next year, I believe. Supposed to be doing fraud. Oh, see. Of course, we know Russell Simmons, we know Digimon, and then there's the white man who she was with. So yeah, so she has her kids. Shoot, I meant to have all of her kids. So there's Ming Lee, Aoki Lee, who are her oldest 2 girls. She was always with those girls. I knew she had those girls. Did not know. I thought she had the rest of her kids with Digimon. She only had 1 more kid with Digimon, and that's I'm blanking on his name, but it's the guy in the black. He's such a sweetie pie. He's 15, which I think is insane, or probably 16 now. I think that's insane that like he's just 15, 16, and like she's young, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, girl, okay, it's babies. And they so tall, looking grown. And then so she has a bonus child that she got from like just hanging around her other Kenzo. Yes, Kenzo is the Digimon son. And I just love. I thought so. She has 4 biological kids. So Kimura's in the middle. All the 4 kids on one side, those are all her biological kids. The other 2, so she adopted the one on the end. Officially adopted him. The one in the white shirt is. I think that's Gary Lee, right? Tati. Gary Lee, she adopted him from Jamaica when he was 8, I believe. And then the guy in the middle, forgot his name. I'm blanking on it. He doesn't have a Lee in his name. But he just was around like Kenzo and the other one. And so like she was like, okay, let's go ahead and drop, or like, like you're a part of the family. We don't have to say, too much. And then there's the little baby Wolfie, who I think is so sweet. And he's Asian Blasian. Because the last guy is white. And so like I think that like yeah, she has a perfect family. And so like I love like that she's really pouring into like she wants her daughters to take over baby fat, but she wants them to like earn that, you know what I mean? She doesn't want to just give it to them. And like you think it's something about like the blackness of it all, and like I guess the black and brownness of it all, but like I'm rooting to the blackness because they're black. It's something about the blackness of it all, of like like wanting to make sure that you set your kids up. Like what is it? Like you teach a man to fish and he'll, eat all day. You give him a fish, he starve, whatever. Give me a fish, don't teach me. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like really setting her kids up to like be independent and make their own choices and their own decisions. And like I think it's great parenting on her end. And you can tell by the relationships that she has with them and the relationships that they have with each other. I was like, damn, everybody hate Aoki. So Aoki was in Bali, and no one's talking about how she was in Bali because her dad lives in Bali. Like they're just talking around that. They're like, yeah, she's in Bali, you know. And there's some drama, Tati. Where Russell was like, don't talk about me. I think he said something about like she was talking about him on the show or something like that, or talking about him like in the press after the show. And she's like, I ain't never talked about you or don't need to talk about you. And how about you worry about talking to the victims and the people who you fleed from while you're over there in Bali? Let's talk about that. You want to talk about something. And so clock it. Like, shout out to Kimura. I am a fan. She almost made me look into getting some baby fat or something, you know, just to support. I don't know. I might get a baby fat jumpsuit. Do a baby fat party or something like that. But yeah, shout out to Kimura. Shout out to the oh yeah. Which girl. Um, and yeah, I enjoy it. I think you should watch it. It's on E. I watched it on Peacock. It's a good watch, especially if you like family, if you like fabulosity, if you like, you know, her kids are all gorgy. Like Ming, Ming's a baddie. They're all baddies, but like Ming is such a baddie. Like I love her. Aoki too, but like Ming is like her mini me for real. Like Ming, I saw her in more of the episodes, and so that's why I have like such a like whatever. And I remember hearing about Ming when we were all younger. Next, Housewives of Salt Lake City. I guess I don't want to get into too much of it. But Tati girl, like, what you want to talk about with it? Like, they're in Greece. I was gonna go over episode by episode. Oh, I love their little First Amendment rights and wrongs episode. And I love how that like played into sort of the cast trip in Greece. But yeah, like you know, everybody is still talking about Meredith. I think I talked about it last show, but everyone's still talking about how Meredith, essentially, what did she do? She went off on Brittany, on the flight. And the girls were like, what the girls do? I don't even remember, child. What is this I just got? Oh, girl, I don't care. I look, Miles say he just landed back in DC. Kim Water is across the street. Kim Water is across the street. If they don't cast. Tati, Tati, do you want to come up here? Let me send you my link. Watch your mouth, girl, because you know you slick. Let me send you my link if you want to come up here since it's just us talking anyway, girl. And it's okay if you don't want to, and it's also okay if you want to. I hate that I don't have. I hate that my computer has people's numbers saved under first a different email. Let me see if I can still send it to you like this. Yeah, I can. Come on up if you want, girl. You can get off camera. You can be on camera. Just let me know. It's so high school. So yeah, Meredith yelled at Brittany and ate her up, and the people are mad about it. And I get it. The people are like, you bullied her, whatever. Like, I just don't. To Tati's point, it gets cyclical. A lot of their drama, a lot of their beefs. I laugh at it. It's funny to me, but it gets to a point too. It gets to a point where it's like, what I love is that they can move on and move forward, and you can tell like they have an understanding and a relationship with one another, but it runs still. And so, what is it? Whitney says she think that she doing drugs and drinking, and because she's seen it in her family, people you know who have family members in addiction love to talk about people in addiction, XYZ, boom, boom, bam. Heather, I think Heather is so interesting. Like you can tell she was the nucleus of the group. I feel like she's no longer is. Like I don't know who it is anymore. Like I feel like the group is so fractured in the sense, but they're still like together. Like there's a lot of tension with Meredith. There's a lot of tension with Lisa. There's a lot of tension with Bronwyn sometimes. And so, ooh, Tati, let me add you up. Hey, girly. Hold on, let me unmute your mic. Hello. Oh my gosh, I can't hear you. Hold on. Say something now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, hi.
Hey, so what's your take on this season of so far, like from what this happened this month? So this month we had the First Amendment Right to Wrong party when they did the Boston Tea Party, and it was like, hey, we not about to do none of this stuff again. Like, I'm tired of it. Keep coming back. Stop talking about my man farting. Stop talking about stop talking about Meredith, like XYZ. And then we had their Greek trip.
It's just like everybody is coming for Meredith.
They are.
It's
It's in
like,
my pile.
and then I just find it crazy how the center of the one who wants to be the center of it all, trying to be, oh, the mediator is fucking, what is her name? I can't think of her name. Heather.
Mm-hmm.
She just wants to talk about everything, and then like she is just so fake. Brittany, she just too goddamn dingy for me.
She's dingy, and I don't like her. She's so childish. When they were at the spa and she was
I'm just
splashing water in the ponytail,
like,
that pissed me off.
you cannot even hold a simple conversation, let alone a complete sentence dealing with her.
You can't.
It's
She talks about
just
her daughters being
wow.
moving. Like I think what Lisa brought that out, called that out, or Meredith. One of them was like, when you back her into a corner, she cries about her daughter. Girl, you wasn't worried about your daughter. Meredith sent me when she was like, "Well, to talk to
That's another thing that
her."
kills me. It's just like even when they had went to the therapy session, and I was just like, how was the daughter more of a dope than the actual parent? And
That's
she
what's
just like,
happening.
yeah. But then when I start thinking about it, right, I'm like, what if, okay, maybe Brittany really do act like that, but what if it's all, like a fake just so she could be on the show?
I think that she heightens it. I think this is really her life, but I think that there's not any growth that she wants to have, and there's not any healing that she wants to have, and so she remains stuck as a caricature or as a cartoon of her, a cartoonized version of
I
herself.
just didn't see the point in Heather bringing her on as a friend. I
I don't want them
don't
to
see
bring
it
her
at
back.
all.
At first, I kind of like she made me laugh. I kind of liked her, but Tati, when I saw her
The
just
way Mary gets so irritated with her.
Mary irritated with her gives me you. Because I feel like that's how you would be around somebody you irritated with. Because I don't want
No,
to be a
for
part of
real,
it. I
because
don't
it's
want to
just
go.
like,
I don't like her.
girl, you should not be that dingy. But I don't know, like I'm really just like so over it. And that's another thing that's killing me because it's like they is dragging this allegedly altercation that happened on the goddamn plane. Now we know damn
They're
well
dragging it. They're
we
dragging
would have seen everything, and it's just like it does not make no sense. To me, they must got like an extra little bonus or whatever to play into this part because it's just so dumb.
So here's I made some questions. How do you feel about the Meredith bringing in that test at dinner or at the event? Like like what's your the test kits at the table? What's your thoughts on? Do you think that it was clownish, or do you think that she was like, no, we gonna if we want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Let's clarify. Let's clear some things out for everybody. Like how do you feel about it? Was
I
it too late?
mean, it's
Ah, damn, she might be in the call. Ah, damn. Let me text her. So y'all, Meredith brought it cut off. Meredith brought some drug kits for them because they've been saying that she's pill popping and she's mixing up her alcohol and like she's so uh, long story short about the drama. I know I talked about it last month, but like they said that on the flight back from I forgot where they were coming from, but they were coming back from somewhere, and they said on the flight, essentially Meredith was like Brittany, she was going off. It was the cruise. It was the cruise that they did, and they said that like Meredith was going off saying like Brittany's stupid, she's dingy, she's this and that, boom boom bam. I can't stand her. She's on the flight like yelling, crying, cursing her at her, and like
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. and like going off, and then like Brittany starts crying, and they're like, "Oh, she broke down, like she was inconsolable, and like that's not okay because like Meredith eviscerated her." My thing is, Meredith is just talking shit about her. Like, if you so weak that a bitch talking shit about you on the plane, like if you're not gonna bump, then don't bump. I'm not bumping at no
The
airport.
whole crying when she literally sat down with Heather and was boohoo crying, you would think like Meredith just snatched her by her damn head and just
It
was
was all
slapping her.
verbal.
But she said when she kicked the seat,
I forgot that part. Yeah,
I was like,
they
you
say she was
can't
kicking her
be
feet.
sick. I wanted
Yeah,
to throw the remote at the TV because I was just like,
they say she
how
was
old are
acting like this
we?
with Brittany, talking about stupid B. I can't stand like she was. They say she was picking on her the whole flight, and Meredith was like, "How was I picking on you the whole flight if I was asleep?" And it's like you wasn't asleep. And she said, "I was sleeping. I watched the movie. I watched Crazy Rich Asians. How did it end?" Um,
That
girl,
was a mess. But back to Meredith. As
the
far as
test.
like the test, I'm just like, I don't. It just is what it is. I really don't got no thoughts on it. But I feel like when Whitney did make those,
Accusation.
allegations,
Yeah.
like towards her, I feel like it was insensitive due to the fact that what Mary is going through, like with her son. So it's
I
just
didn't
like,
think about that.
like why are you just like throwing stuff out there? Because we didn't see, in the previous franchise, with Candy and stuff like that. Like these are serious allegations. You can't throw that out there. And even though Whitney do come from like a background from like her family, I feel like if you really was a true friend or whatever, and you see like different signs or whatever, you should have had that talk off camera or just saying little things. It's like, oh well, we just feel like something is not right, blah blah this and that. So I just feel personally like it's insensitive.
You know what, Tati, you're not wrong because it's like she's currently going through that with her son, and like and it was meant to be, and she did apologize or whatever. It was meant to just be like, girl, something going on with her, but it's just like, when do it becomes like you're on TV? You can't be messy like that. Like I can call people alcoholic all I want till they do drugs, and people in real life because like there's not stakes. Their job's not
Hmm.
seeing it, their family's not seeing it, like they're not associated with any brands. Like I can do what I want to do, but y'all are on a TV show, and so you have to be responsible for like being on the platform and making sure that you don't go to what the girls will say too low. Um,
And then the way that Whitney, just kept saying it over and over again, and it's like if the roles was reversed, all hell
oh,
would
she'll
have
be.
broke loose. So it's just like I know y'all on TV, but saying stuff like that, I feel like should never be said on TV.
I agree. I agree. And so, how did you feel about just like Meredith's energy the entire trip? Because I know a lot of people had mixed reviews about it because like she
I
did
feel like
show.
Meredith just over it. Cause at the end of the day, I just feel like with Meredith, it's like her only friend is Lisa, and she just, I'm pretty sure she tried to have like an actual friendship, but it's just like we showing up as we supposed to. This is a job or whatever. We don't hang out with each other on like a regular. I know she's friends, with Mary and stuff like that, but she just over it. Like,
Well,
just
because it's
go
like,
off.
girl, I'm as soon as I'm done with this season, I'm going back to New York with my family. Y'all get on my fucking nerves.
Okay, it's just
Like,
childish. Like, what do you want me? And then with Heather, she just something wrong with that lady. It's like,
mhm.
okay, you want to sit down and talk about it, but no, you want to talk about it amongst the group or whatever. Like, that's just being fake or whatever. Because you
Oh, I didn't
want
like that.
people
I
to
forgot.
like,
Yeah, it was too much.
to
If you're
step
really hurt,
in.
mhm.
It's just too much.
If you're really
Like,
hurt, let's talk about it. And I get it. They're like, well, she's not owning and she's not accepting. She doesn't have to. If you want to have a conversation with her, like have a conversation with her and be like, I feel like you're not doing this, and like I would like for you to do that. But you bringing in a crowd, that's not gonna help. And everybody knows that. Nobody wants to be piled up on. Nobody wants to have a group jumps in. But I will say that has helped Meredith because Lisa has been her mouthpiece, and Lisa has been like, well, y'all, and I'm glad that Lisa has been like that, even though they said not to. And then
yeah.
her and Whitney fighting. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck. Don't talk to me like
I
that. Like,
mean, because when you think about it, everybody does it. And it's just like at one point in time, you get tired of doing it. It's like, oh, you want to gang up on me? Like, y'all was doing the same thing over and over again. But the simple fact is, it's confusing to the audience because we don't know what happened. Nothing happened on the goddamn flight.
Nothing happened on the flight, and nothing happened for us. Like, and you know they're gonna talk about it.
So y'all trying to go in circles, trying to make all of these like, oh yeah, allegations like, oh she did this, and Heather, out of all people, like, girl, shut up, because you was the same one who was sitting up here lying about, oh, that goddamn black eye for what, a year and a half, like, shut up.
Lying about that black eye for a while. A while, girl. You didn't tell nobody what happened to that, who happened to it.
Oh, and then our girl Jennifer get released too.
Yes, Jen Shaw.
Yeah, she did. But I mean, Andy did say that. I
And
mean, he
she'll never
would
be on it.
never.
I do
But
hope that her wings spread somewhere else. Like, I do think she's not necessarily needed on this show. However, I would like to
yeah,
see a closing of her on the show. Like, I would like a sit down or a conversation. Like, I know she did all those things. And she's a whatever. But my thing is, like, Bravo, don't act like you're too above it. Like, stop acting like y'all
yeah.
we can't be associated with the likes of XYZ. Like, there's been many of scandals on y'all. Like Erica Girardi's husband. Like, there's so much scandal on y'all's fucking shows that has happened through either
The
people's.
whole goddamn Bravo network. I mean, everybody that did. I just think it's funny. I mean, when you think about it, everybody committed fraud.
You're
So
hilarious.
for Andy, I mean, if you go down the line, everybody went to jail for fraud, tax evasion, all fraud.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got, okay, Karen for like the DUIs and stuff. So I just feel like it was kind of wrong for like Andy to say like, oh yeah, I would never have her on the show or whatever. But here it is, you have Karen who didn't have how many DUIs or whatever and could
At
have killed
least
multiple
4.
people.
She did not kill no multiple people
I'm
now.
saying she could have
Oh
as many DUIs
yes.
as
She
she
said
has.
she said
Like
over 4, yeah.
he's picking and choosing what crime is bad and what's not or whatever. So that it's just crazy to me. But I just feel like, she was good to the show or whatever, but I don't feel like she
She
should
was
be
great
on
for
a
the show. She
show
was the reason why the first
with
4
these
seasons, or
people.
was it
Yeah.
4 seasons or 3 seasons? Before that girl
Yeah,
came.
the first three, yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest with Monica was there because of her. So she was the season and the reason for the first 4.
Yeah, they need to have they like I said, they need to do a recasting or whatever or just end it because this is too high schoolish. It is too high schoolish. It's the same shit over and over again.
Exactly. I agree with you. And you're not wrong. It's very, don't get me wrong. I think they're still one of the top 3 Bravo shows right now going, but like it gets to a point. Like, I think Bronwyn brings a lot of like freshness and new life in it. Like, I like her stance in the group. Like, I think
Yeah.
Bronwyn is that person that, like, that's how I want to be in a friend group if I'm new to it. I'm going to keep people accountable. You're not about to lie and say I said, and I'm gonna own my shit. Yeah, I was talking to Whitney about it. My bad, Meredith. I was trying to be cool with her, and so I said XYZ and boom, boom, bam. And I didn't defend you and boom, boom, bam. And
Yeah, Bronwyn is playing her part like really good. And I think it's too like she really wants to be a part of the show and like be on reality. So
oh,
I
she's
feel
locked in. She's
like
getting a
the
divorce from
thing
Todd too.
is it's gonna be like neck and neck between Bronwyn and like Angie since Angie is supposed to be like the fan favorite or whatever.
Well, she
So
was. I do think that she lost a lot of her luster because people are like she's overproducing, and Mary's saying she's overproducing, and I think that that's always a problem when like the housewives start to overproduce and they don't just live their lives. Like, that's why we like Salt Lake City. They live their lives. Salt Lake City is a wild, kooky place anyway. We got Mormon wives. We got all these shows around. What's happening?
hmm
Like, just live that. You don't have to add anything extra. Like, I do think it was funny her and Lisa going tit for tat about like their Cartier watches. She was like, "Well, I've had my Cartier watch for 10 years," and she was like, "Well, I've had 4 BMWs. Why I have 5?"
I swear this is rich people problems because this is like what are we talking about for real?
It was cracking me up. It was cracking me up. Wait, so are you watching Potomac yet?
Yes, I've been watching since day one. I'm
I
so
thought you said you
over
was giving
this.
a break from this season though. Was that
No,
not
this is
you?
a no.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about, so this month we had the ladies trying to really nail down this Stacy and Chris stuff, asking her about her past, calling Chris Cookie about to fight. Uh And then everyone's saying they don't really know Stacy. Wendy tries to like they have that sit down conversation where it's Stacy, Monique, Ashley, and
Giselle.
Kiana talking about I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go. We have the conversation that Angel, she getting evicted XYZ.
I hope she be getting evicted off of their show because that girl is something is really wrong with her. She is delusional.
Angel?
Yes,
She is delusional, but
this
wait,
is
why do
my
you want her off the
thing.
show?
She does not serve a purpose. My thing is, don't be one way and then turn around and be another way. Like for example, with the catfish comment or whatever,
I hate
you
that you're
got
still
mad
talking
about
about
it.
this
You
comment.
got mad about it, but the simple fact is Giselle apologized or whatever. But then when you get around Kiana, all of a sudden you got a problem with Giselle. Remind you, you was just sitting up in her face, mingling with the girls. You resolved it. Everything is fine. Now all of a sudden you got an issue. Like she the one who be causing things in her mind.
Well, the thing that got me about Angel is this girl, Giselle and them said she was gonna chin check you, and you thought that was okay. Or that Kay was gonna chin check you and
That was
over
her
exasperated
friend.
their story. And
She
and
didn't do shit.
I think she wanted to be Giselle's main girl, and she thought that the colorism
Don't
was
they always try to be Giselle main girl?
for them,
Everyone likes Giselle.
unless they try to be Karen. But it's like I think what's getting on my nerves about this season. I'm loving the season though; it's an amazing season. I think what's getting on my nerves about this season is
I don't like
the,
how she
the Stacy
always coming
bullying.
for Wendy.
I don't like that either. I think the Stacy bullying is. I'm tired of it. Let Stacy
Yeah,
go.
it's just
It's
it's
boring.
just
Is y'all mad about Timo? Who
I
cares?
don't know, it's that. What kills me with Stacy is when she
She
keeps
lied.
talking about how we was divorced and back together. Girl, you and that man was never divorced.
Yes, she was. She showed the papers. The
No,
papers
she
came to light.
wasn't.
Tati, the papers came to
That
light.
is false papers. I do not believe her. We was separated. And then when she be like, oh yeah, our daughter's so happy that we back together. Bitch, y'all never stop being together.
My
I do
problem
not
is
believe that.
Tati, how how did y'all not think to reconcile as you were divorcing? I do believe she's divorced because she says she's divorced. The papers came up, but I think that it's interesting. I'm like, did y'all divorce for legal reasons? And you're trying to pretend and portray that like it's for you know what I mean, Tati? Like I'm like, what is
I
it
don't
that
know what she trying to like. What's her purpose like on the show? Because it's like you
oh,
first
she's
came in,
funny. She's
as a
fun.
friend to, like Karen. Then you was her ride or die. Then you switched up on
She
her.
switched up on Karen.
Then
She switched
you
up on
so called
Vivian.
like in a divorce, and then with this little fake ass man that's supposed to be your best friend, and that whole little scandal. It's just
Her
I'm getting tired
storyline,
of her and Ashley. And Ashley, out of all people, needs to shut up. Cause how
her
many times
storyline is
her ass
nothing
been
these
lied
people.
and with Michael and all this other type of stuff, and you just keep jumping down her throat. And then Kiana, oh my God, get her. I do not like her no more.
Kiona gives your vibe. She's pretty. She's a
I
boss.
don't act nothing like her.
She gives like she would be your friend.
No, we would never be friends.
Why?
That girl, I don't know what the hell is wrong with her. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like she probably looked at like the last season and just was like, okay, this season I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, or whatever. And then her coming for Wendy too and just being mad just out
Yeah.
the blue and
Well,
different little stuff. It's just
so
like, girl, bye,
Here's
go
the
sit down.
thing. I think her coming for Wendy was justified. I think that Angel was just what is it called, a party hopper or whatever. I think her coming for I really do think that her coming for old girl was justified. I think the reason why um they had a discrepancy or they had a falling out is because Wendy tried to little girl her. And Wendy tried to have her be like one of her like I think with Karen going, Wendy's like, oh, I'm the next in line. And so I think that she was like, because I'm the next in line, and because I'm essentially taking Karen's spot, you report to me. And like that was nasty when she told that girl, "Oh, you did your makeup?" And Tati, you know that's nasty, and you know you would be mad if somebody said that, and you'd be like, "I did, bitch. Why you say that though? Because my makeup always look good. So what the fuck?"
Shout out for Whitney for serving all these looks, okay?
Oh yes, yes. Wendy looks phenomenal. This is the best she's looked all
But
series.
that damn mama of hers, God bless.
Oh, the dad thing. I so here's the thing. I think it's okay that she wants to like reconnect with her dad. Like I think hearing Tia's story of like how, and I thought that that was very heartfelt of Tia being like, I was so nasty to my half siblings because I felt like it was my dad trying to just have his cake and eat it too. But like, no, he just wanted his family all together, and like that really touched her, and it made me think about Wendy and like wanting to like I think that family is just so important, and like unless your family is like abusive and like harmful to you.
I feel like regardless of whatever the parents go through has nothing to do with the child. I mean, people
And
go through
Wendy's
things
mama
and
told
like
her to
in
sit
their
in
life and want
her
to,
house.
have that relationship. So if it's like you want to establish that relationship and then you see for like yourself, that's fine. Like the mom should not be involved. Yes, you did X, Y, and Z or whatever. We don't know like
You
the
respect me,
situation.
but Wendy is over 40 years old, and so like, mom, you helped me down those first what 20 years of life. Let's give me
Hmm.
20. I the second half of my life I've been in control of. I'm paying for you to do all these things. You're talking about you quit your job and you came to help me with my kids, and look at how you're living, better than you ever were. And so, like, what we're not about to do is play in
That's
my.
just so disrespectful.
You're so disrespectful in my face and da 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 da. No, mama, you disrespect.
Girl, you in my house. Like, I love you, mama, but you ain't about to be sitting up here disrespect me in my house. You
Oh,
gotta go.
you're getting put out. You're not about to curse me out and raise your voice in my house like that. Like it's one thing if we just talking and we just whatever. Or if I'm provoking,
Crazy.
but I'm over here saying that I'm
Mm-mm.
saying that, like, and then you, well, so this is what got me, Tati. She said she wanted her kids to go upstairs, and you still yelling. I don't want my kids to hear this. Your kids hear everything else.
Exactly.
Your kids hear everything else. Now you don't want your kids to hear. Yes, because I'm working on a relationship with him, and I don't want that to taint my kids' ears. And also, my kids are still gonna be listening, but that's inappropriate, Mama, and you know that. And you thought that you was gonna send me because you my mama and you can send me. You thought you was gonna send me in my house
Hmm.
and about every topic. You're not about to do that. And I'm on the sister head too because the sister's just sitting there looking.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
man,
my thing is, like, with her sister, like, whether whatever you went through, what you went through with your dad, and you resolved it, that's fine. But I'm not gonna fault, like my sister for wanting a relationship, or sometimes people gotta see for themselves. And it's
exactly.
not like Whitney was coming in was saying like, "Oh, I want this with my dad or whatever." Like you just taking it too far. Like she discrediting, like her mother. She's not doing that. She just saying she want a relationship. She want to figure out, okay, like what's going on, like why X, Y, and Z didn't happen. Like if we could establish that, that's fine. And if we can't, like that's something I have to, suck up and move on to. But you
Exactly.
shouldn't be having to fault me because at the end of the day, I'm the child. What y'all went through as parents should not have to do with the kid.
Ever. And so the fact that she's making it so, Tati, really bothered me because it was just like, and it didn't have to be
And it
that.
sounds like the mother ain't healed. She ain't over it. She
And
probably still in love with that man too.
I think she's just truly deeply hurt by him. Can you just imagine like a man like mind you, I'm like, does she have other siblings? Like hello, like what happened? But like, can you imagine like you thinking you're going to like live this life and then you figure out that you're like going through the hardest part of like
Shit
raising kids.
happens.
Like,
Niggas ain't
and it
shit.
does. And I get upset. I would be upset, but you have to move forward and you have to like look at the life that Wendy has allotted for you, babes. Like
Right.
look at your work that you put into your daughter, that you're bleaching your skin, that you got this blonde wig on, that you're doing
Got
all these
them titties and stuff done too, or whatever. Got
like,
the
you got everything done because of the work you put in for your daughter. And so like I think that like you should be happy that you're able to have a relationship with your grandkids. Like independent of the dad is going to have it.
right.
You have that. And so it's like, but the mama has been a nasty spirit all season. And I know that people say it's been for a minute. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't really watch the season with
It's
Necklace.
a. I feel like it's a jealousy thing. And I don't like when parents are jealous of their kids neither. But they always do say that, like Nigerian parents are really tough or whatever, but seeing her mother, she is verbally abusive, and that does something to a child. But you can actually see too that she's jealous of her daughter.
I'd say she has some strong feelings against her daughter. I don't know about jealousy. I don't, I don't add the attributes of jealousy very easily. But yes, it's something going on.
And I love that Eddie, even like the situation like with his parents or whatever, he's sticking beside his wife. And even though they got their little legal situation going on, I'm proud that they did that shit together. That is a true marriage.
Yeah, well, they separated it, and so I'm glad they put it back together. Because my thing is, why you separate it? And I think that the people say they separated it because they're like, well, how about like if one happens, if it happens to one, the other one is like, you know what I mean? But y'all can still do that together. Maybe I don't know nothing about law, but I think that that's insane. And speaking of like the production company is definitely setting up Wendy. Like they're showing everything that she spent her money on. Like they're like really being like, oh yeah, she did this and she did that. They like, hey, we are in corroboration with y'all. We not about
But
to.
then with all of this still going on, like, doesn't Andy still got a lawsuit against him?
He has a few lawsuits against him, but like speaking of, did you see that Brittany Edie divorcing her husband?
That was expected, yeah.
And that's what I
I
told
mean,
my
her husband was gay anyways, but
Tati, you can't be saying this stuff on.
allegedly,
Correct. I agree. I think allegedly.
allegedly.
Allegedly, I do think something's going on. Um, but I think that like I told my sister-in-law, I said the exact same thing. I said, oh, I fucking knew it. And
We
exactly.
already knew since the first episode.
It, Britt fine. Britt fine as hell, and her husband does not match how fine she is. And
Was
I
she
don't
the fool?
was, and so I'm like, girl, go ahead. I hope you got what you got out of him, what you needed, and I hope you move forward. You know what? Like in retrospect, like she got much better the second half of the season, and she already got Kenya kicked off. Like the first half of the season, I wasn't messing with her. I'm not gonna hold you. She was needy. She was
I don't care for her. I'm always thinking, yeah, right or wrong.
for sure. But she was just so needy at the beginning. She was like, "Oh, she Kenya, I pull out a gun. You don't." But like
She
towards the
was doing too much with the ring situation because it's like, okay, when you have a ring, just a ring, you are considered engaged. When you're married, you have the ring and the band. You didn't have the band, so you can't get mad at Kenya for asking, like, okay, like, are you engaged? It was a simple question, and she just took it too far.
and you beefed up and beefed out for what? What did I do?
She came at me. She better be lucky if someone even ever want to marry her. Like, girl, she asked a simple question. Being married, you have a band and a ring. You just have a ring. Come on
well,
now.
well, you trying to shoot me out in Inglewood or wherever they was, or not in Inglewood, where Appaloosas, whatever they was at, uh, in Atlanta. But the
That is
wood.
wild.
But anywho, back to Potomac, back to the ladies. Ashley, get on
I'm
my
sick of
nerves.
Ashley.
Ashley kissing on. What do you think about Ashley kissing on Sharice Stein, 10 years younger than her?
Now again, like Cherie said when she was speaking to Carlos,
Oh, I watched that too. I watched that
my
too.
friends will not be sitting up here having an affair with my child.
That's
Because
inappropriate.
again, like your friends that have been around for so many years, y'all kids grew up together, so your kids become your kids. But I just find it funny that out the blue she was just saying it like that, then going on what happens live or whatever,
And
and
doubling
saying
down.
more
Yes.
stuff, and then it's just like what was the purpose of you saying this? And if you're supposed to be my friend, why all of a sudden you want to say it amongst of a group? Like that's just weird.
Well, and why are you telling me this to me on TV like this is for TV?
Exactly. Like, and people don't be playing about their kids. So I feel like Cherie, she did what she could, but let that be somebody else. Like, no.
And
And actually, she just needs to focus on herself
like she said,
because
that was
her dating history is just not A1.
Well, if
We
you
seen
look
what
at
happened
it,
with Michael. We
if you
seen
look
what
at it,
happened with the little
she likes older.
fake Jack Harlow and all this other type of stuff.
Well,
Like,
exactly,
girl,
Jack Harlow. But you see, she likes those dynamics. She likes either being older than them or younger than them, and that's a problem for me too, because it's like Ashley, why do you feel the need to either date your sons or your daddy who never raised you? Let me know that. And like, I think I don't know. I think
that
it would
girl
be
been lost since day one. You see
I think
how
it
her
would be
mama act. Her daddy ain't never been around. You see her mom still with
her
that
dad
man who don't
passed,
do shit.
and her stepdad is horrible. And my thing is this: I ain't gonna hold you. If my mama ever wasn't with my daddy and she was with a man who was horrible, and I'm helping
Well,
her,
she up here
you're
doing
he's
all working all these jobs while he just sit on his ass. More power to you.
my mama is moving in with me, and that man is not, and I'm not taking care of him, and I'm getting a restraining order against him, and my mom's going to have to choose between poverty or me. So sorry. Anyway,
God, God bless them all. We're
Tia,
gonna send her some healing, positive, energy, because it's just like she still got some healing to do
she do that.
until she finally like let her dad's situation go. I
Well,
feel
he's
like she'll
dead.
make better. I mean, but she still got like
Yeah, she says
resentment
daddy
towards
issues,
that.
but like
Yeah.
when you're going to be
Until
around
she like
her,
finally
she's
let
going
that go,
to
I
be
feel like
there.
she'll start having like an appropriate, dating life.
Yeah. So on the Tia, I really like Tia. Tia is cracking me
I
up.
love her.
I think it's funny that like I think it's funny that she's beefed up with Stacy, and I think she's rightfully so beefed up with Stacy. You told me that your husband or your whatever wasn't gonna be there, and then you said that he was, and now you're saying it's because of Wendy. What's happening? When did this happen? And
Right. Like
why am I getting the backlash?
I don't get that. I don't I just feel like Stacey just so over and like people like keep attacking her, which mainly be like on her ass,
Giselle and Ashley.
Giselle and Ashley, but Ashley for sure. So
Yeah.
it's just like she just trying to find
No more
somebody
lying.
else to just like,
No more
you know
lying.
what, let me just throw this at this person. I'm just like, why?
And
Like I do like Tia though.
I love that Tia stands up, and you might not like. I love that Tia stands up for Angel because my thing is, why are y'all so hard on Angel?
That's nice.
I love that
At
Tia.
least she got at least she got somebody setting up for her
Besides,
because
besides
Kay
Kiana,
not doing
because
it.
Kiana is not good for that because
And
Kiana,
even though she brought her on there, I'm just like, what type of friendship is this?
it gives friendship. What you mean?
It don't get friendship.
To
It
me,
gives like we was friends many years ago. We're no longer friends now. Then maybe we just ran into each other. Then it's like, oh, let me bring a friend to the show or whatever. And it's just like, oh, we gonna do this, and that. I don't feel like they really friends.
it gives friends. It gives that maybe we're not as close as we used to be, but we're still friends. It gives to me, like you were my ride or die for real, and so I'm gonna always look out for you as a sister. But we have to work back on our relationship, and we're doing that while we're on the show. And what we see that is this undying alliance. And I'm coming in looking mad, you coming in looking sad, and we the what they call them, girl, anger and sadness twins. I forgot they call them a lot of things, worrisome and whatever. And
Well, God bless them both.
they say Angel be coming in looking like Eeyore.
I just
Just be sad. That's why Angel just be in every scene like, hmm. And what cracks me up is I think Angel is a phenomenal wag. I think that she's a fish out of water. She's a tiny fish in a big pond, and she was not well equipped to be on this show. And I think that she needs to learn how to swim
like Kim Fields.
worse. Because at least with Kim Fields, like it was a you can tell. You know what I mean? You can tell Kim Fields didn't match the group. With Angel, she looks like she matches the group. You think she matches the group, but she stumbles. Also, they weren't on Kim Fields' head. Kenya was on Kim Fields' head. they're on Angel's head consistently about the catfish and about being evicted, which she was not evicted. Her lease ran dry, or her lease ran over quick because she thought she was gonna have a new house, or the show was gonna stop filming. Period. Like that's what she thought, and I think that's okay.
And so again, Tia is a realtor, so why she to have her look for her a house or a rental?
Well, because Tati, she thought that, well, one, she thought she was
They
gonna be
got the
homeless.
money.
They do, and that's my thing. Y'all playing me like I don't got no money. Let's
And
go.
like her husband said, you've been around a realtor this whole goddamn time. Like they could have found a house.
No, he got her when he was like, "Ooh," and we've been looking on Zillow.
And Zillow is actually going through some lawsuits or whatever for false advertising.
They are okay. Final show of the evening, Married to Medicine. My girls, my babies.
God, but I did not watch that show. I just refused to since day one. This is my mom and my sister show. For
You would
them
love
to be
Toya.
black, no. The simple fact that these are beautiful black women who are real professional and it's just on this TV acting a hot ass mess. Like I just feel like y'all have a lot to lose. So
They
I
do, but
just can't.
I think that
And
that's
I
what
know
makes
who
them
gets on
stay.
my damn nerves is that goddamn Heavenly. I cannot stand
Yeah,
her and that
Heavenly's my
damn mouth of her.
girl. But you would like Toya. Um, Actually, yeah, I think that's probably it. Who you would like on this current season? Like Contessa, I think you would be okay with Contessa, but Contessa. So let me just run down some of their storylines real quick. So Toya is in the corner. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She is the epitome of a doctor's wife. She's getting very annoying with her husband, and so there's a lot of drama
So
that's
is Toya the one who husband who used to be with
bald.
Quad?
No, 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 no. That's Sweet
That's
Tea,
the
and
other one. Oh,
that's
okay.
no, for real, for real. I went to school with her. We took a class together, and unfortunately, she's no longer on the show. I really enjoyed her in real life, and I think on the show she wasn't. I think she just wasn't a fit with this group of ladies, but I don't think she was bad for the show. But I think that she wasn't set up right, and I think that she was used as a pawn against Quad, against like I think that the ladies put her in the position to go against Quad because they wanted somebody to make, like, how people be wanting people to hurt and be whatever, and I think that's what they wanted with Quad.
Hmm.
And that's what's unfortunate because Quad's a beautiful young lady. Like, she's trying to have a child, which I hope her fertility. I would wish her well for her fertility journey. She is blessed with dark
Yeah.
skin. I think she's a little bit too much for you. I think you would like her off and on as well, but she's a little bit too over the top, and I think that would get on your nerves. But she's confident, she's bold, she speaks her mind. She's not gonna let nobody stun her or put her in a corner. She's very emotional, and she's gonna say all of her emotions and what she's feeling. Period. And so she has a fertility doctor in Ghana and in the States. And so her fertility doctor in the States is
Okay.
Dr. Jackie, which I think is so funny that like her primary person is in Ghana. And so I do hope that, like, I hope she's getting some eggs. I hope that she's fertilizing the eggs. Like, I hope that she has her babies. I think that, like, she's someone
It's
who,
all God timing.
what's unfortunate is that, like, she was married to Dr. G
I
for a
don't think
while. What?
this is what I think too. When people, been married for like some time and don't have kids, it don't matter how long you've been married. I don't always feel like that kind of was like the right person for someone to
Oh,
have a
and
child
that's
with.
and that's why she didn't want to have kids with him. She didn't try to have kids with him because she was the
Hmm.
right one. But what I hate is that she spent so much of her life and so much of her youth. Like, I wish she would have gotten her eggs, but like if she would have gotten her eggs, it probably would have been for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It probably would have been marital, or whatever, marital property or whatever it's called. Like, I'm blanking on the name, but communal property. And so, like, that's what's super unfortunate. But like, she really wants a child now with the man she's with, and I think that's great. He gets on my nerves a little bit because he's like very manly man, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not moving in with a woman. Like, either she's gonna have to move in with
He's,
her to a new place, but it's like she has this house. What do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, bro,
hmm
that toxic masculinity shit got to go. He's not toxic, but he's very just that man
stuck
mentality.
in his ways,
Yeah, and
old
he's younger
traditional stuff.
than her, so it's like, no, like, Big Mama, what Lotto say? Big Mama, no kids. Like she's gonna take care of it. You fall in line. But yeah, so we have Toya. Toya is mad because her husband has been working different hospitals or whatnot that's further away from the house, and so he's not home all the time, and so she feels like she's a single mother. Mind you, her kids are teenaged, and so like she's not like in it by herself, but she's bothered because she feels as though like,
I mean,
why?
she married a doctor, so I mean, how much time did you thought you would go
Well,
have
he
with
was
your
like,
husband?
he said, "What's the difference between me having a hotel room in the same city or whatever, or a hotel room further away than like being at the hospital? Like you still don't see me." And she's just not getting that, and it's bothering her a lot. She's very materialistic. I love that about her though, because she wants the things that she wants, and she makes quite a bit of money on Married to Medicine. She's been on the show for 12 seasons, so I'm sure she makes probably 700 something $1,000, like or more. Like I hope she's making 1 million, but like I don't know. I don't know what they checks look like, but I hope she's in at least 1 million a season. We have Dr. Contessa. She's a doctor's wife and married to a doctor. She has a lot of marital problems. I think she'll get on your nerves because she's always like she's one of those that's like she's gonna go off and talk about her husband, but then if you go in and like be like, yeah, your husband ain't nothing. Why are you talking about my husband? And it's just like, mm, let me just let you vent because that's all you want to do, girl, is vent. You're not really looking
And
for,
there's people like that that just want to be like, just don't say nothing. Like,
and that's why I don't look. I'm very southern in that way. I don't talk about people and their partners. If they saying, "Oh, my man getting on my nerves," I'll be like, girl. I'm not about to say, yeah, he's not doing it.
but then what's your part too? He just can't just the only one getting on your nerves because what you doing?
Well, and I would never do that because I'm always gonna be on my friend's side above their partners. So I'm always on my friend's side. My friends are my friends. My friends' partners are not my friends. They're my friends' partners. And so, yeah, I'm on your side. And so I don't want to hear nothing because you're not even on your side because you're gonna be on y'all side. So let me just
Hmm.
not say nothing for you get on me. Unless you're like brutally honest about where you are in your relationship and you're like, you know, like like I know I'm doing some things and they're doing some like let's talk about it. But like, people it's Southern culture, people don't bring people into their relationships even. Like they might say here or there when it's like bad ish, but they're not going to like, like tell you what's going on in their day to day because it's supposed to be between them and God. And so let it be between you and
Hmm. And I do believe that.
contestant contestant needs to be between her and God. Dr. Simone is one of my favorites. She's loud as hell. She yells, she screams. I think you probably wouldn't like her because she's so loud,
Is
but
that the dentist or no? No, she's a doctor too.
she's the doctor with Dr.
Okay.
Jackie. She's an OBGYN, and she be yelling. She's the breadwinner of her family. She has very entitled as boys, and so this season so far, her son was like saying like he wants a new car, and she was like, "Boy, I pay about $300,000 or $500,000 on my car credit card. You need to like." I'm not about to keep on doing stuff for y'all. What are y'all doing? And then the husband's just sitting there. You need to hear them out. And he's like, white people get to white people get to have their parents pay for everything and da da da. And she's like,
Do you fucking pay for shit?
well, my thing is exactly. Well, and my thing is this: like, sure, white people, but like white people have that generational wealth that we're talking about, like that. Like she's an example of like where I want to make sure. And I don't think I think I'm old enough that like I think I'm going to be like moderately successful, in the sense of like I'm going to be able to like take care of like me and my family. I don't think I'm going to be like rich by any means, like how these people are. Like she's an OBGYN and she's on this television show and has been for 12 seasons. So once again, she's making probably almost $1 million on
And
this.
then her being black too, she still
She's
gotta work. It's twice as harder.
yeah, but she's rich. Like like they have money, but like I don't want to squander that money. I want to be able to retire. I want to be able to like what I mean. Like I want to make sure my kids.
Hmm.
I want to make sure also too. I'm raising kids who are going to be able to like take care of themselves and not like only depend on my money. Like because sometimes that's what happens with these white, and these white and entitled
Hmm.
like they they just get their parents' money and they use it till it's gone, and then like they have nothing to show for it. And so it's like Dr. Simone is very upset with where she's at, like with her boys. And so I do hope that they like get a little bit more responsibility, because that's not fair for her that she has to be the breadwinner and the disciplinarian. And her husband needs to step up. And she almost divorced her husband like season, I don't even remember. It's like in the earlier ish seasons. But you know, they still made it through. And so let's hope that, you know, they continue to make it through. But she made a comment talking about who else want to get a divorce besides me? So who knows? But she wanted them to just talk because she run her mouth because she knows she can. Then we got Dr. Heavenly, who's my ultimate favorite of the show. Who
Oh god.
I like her, she messy. Um,
That's why you like her, cause you messy.
I'm not as
She
messy as
talks too damn much.
she do talk too much, and I love how she say she submits to her husband. That's how I'm gonna be. She be, oof. Dr. Heavenly is my favorite. Like Dr. Heavenly and Toya got into it, and it cracked me up, girl, because it was like a text exchange. And so Toya put in the group chat, she said, "Who fake it?" That's why I think you would like Toya. Damn, I want to be done at 8:30. Oh well, I'll go over like 5 more minutes. Toya was like, "Who fake ass bag is this?" And Heavenly said, "That's my bag, but my house paid off." And Toya was like, "Yeah, bitch, you've been in your house for 30 years. It should be paid off." And then Dr. Heavenly texted her and was like, "Sorry, I was in between patients, but yeah, at least my husband got a big D, or my husband got a big dick, and I don't have to worry about going home to the small stuff like you do. But yeah, I'll be over there to get my bag."
I cannot.
And like, I just love that they have that banter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so funny.
Hmm.
Like, I think that that's necessary just to like keep it sharp. Um, Shout out to Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie is my girl. Oh, and Dr. Heavenly. So Dr. Heavenly found out that her oldest son was arrested a few years back, and she found out about it through social media. And so Dr.
Hmm.
Heavenly, my only thing about Dr. Heavenly, like how I'm talking with you, she will talk to people about her friend's business. I'm not doing that. You're not gonna catch me on camera.
Yeah,
However,
yeah.
it's all of what they shared. So she's not unearthing anything that like we don't know, but it's like she's rubbing salt in the wound, I will say. But she's not cutting you. It's open and you shared it. And so she's gonna be honest about it. And she's gonna be honest to your face too. So it's not like she tells them one thing and does another. She tells them the same thing, but she double downs on it in her videos. And I think that that's the reason why so many people have such a whatever with her. And she's running for office now, so she's not even a main cast member. She's a friend of.
Yeah, I've seen that. Girl, sit down somewhere.
Please, but you know, whatever, girl. That's her next venture, and like reality television not gonna last for long. And so I'm just like, I guess, girl. Like, I just if you like it, girl, I guess. Dr. Jackie don't really got no storyline for real, for real. She never really do. She's
Even
just
in the beginning when I had seen her, I'm just like, girl.
yeah, she's just really accomplished. And like that goes to show for something like, you know, like a lot of people want her to deliver their babies, and like, you know, like she has a very compelling story of like being a cancer survivor and like, you know, not being able to have kids biologically first. But she's rude. She told the girl at the bottom right, girl, I'll get to her. She's the one who's like this, the bigger one. She gonna say, girl,
Hmm.
is your thyroid enlarged?
Mm.
Excuse me? Like,
But this the same one who actually was having like, didn't she have like a lawsuit against her too about delivering babies and stuff? So I'm just saying.
had a lot of controversy. Yes, Tati, you're funny. She has a
I'm
lot
just
of
saying.
controversy. Yes, about mistreatment of like some of her patients and things like that allegedly. But you know, hey, she went to Kamala. She went to the VP. She AKA, you know, she all those things. Um, and then we have Angel Love. Who do you remember her from Basketball Wives?
Hmm.
What do you feel about her making the transition from Basketball Wives to Married to Medicine?
How long she been on the show, or she just came
It's her
to the
first
show?
season, and she's a friend of.
Ah. I mean, on Basketball Wire, she was a cool friend. But then I follow like her journey too, like her being like a nurse and
She's
actually doing
beautiful.
like acting and stuff like that. I feel like it was like moments where just like okay, it wasn't too bad where she's like, "Bitch, I'm off you," but I mean, it's shit. I didn't even know she was on the show.
She's
Well,
beautiful.
go ahead, girl, do your thing.
So do we get a watch out of you this season since she's on the show?
No,
Please.
I would never watch this show. I just cannot. I'm telling you. I remember when the first season came on. When I tell you like this is my mom and my sister show, even just seeing little clips or whatever, I was just like I get so irritated because I'm just like Y'all got real jobs. I'm so confused on why y'all just on this TV just being messy. Like y'all have a lot
But
to
to be
lose, and
fair,
it just bother me.
they're not being messy the same way the housewives are being messy. They're showing their lives and their mom.
No, I don't want no professional that I'm going to on TV acting the ass.
They don't take away.
No,
They don't take away from their craft.
no, I don't want to see it. Just like when I go to church to go hit a word, I don't want to see my pastor acting the ass or doing some X, Y, and Z stuff. No, I will leave. I will never go to your church again.
But that's
I
different.
want to.
They're held to
No,
a different moral standard.
no. I mean, I know we're all people at the end of the day, but I just don't want to see it. It bothers me. I feel
Well,
like everybody else on different shows ain't got nothing to lose, but them, I'm just like, this
but
is
they,
a mess.
Dr. Heavenly has never gotten in a fist fight with nobody of physical obstruction. She says she got shit to lose. She's not about to do that. She's not about to be like these ladies and fight and do all these things. So she got shit to
Because
lose.
she just run her mouth.
She just runs her mouth, and like I think she's the messiest by far. But I think the rest of them stay tame. A lot of their issues are marital issues and familial issues that people can relate to. It's about raising their kids. I think it normalizes them and it lets people know like, oh wow, you're so rich and successful and so up there in life, you're still going through these same things within your marriage. Like you've been married for 30 plus years and you're going through this, or 20 plus years and you're going through this. You have 20-year-olds and like you're finding out that they were arrested. They didn't come to you. Like it's a lot of real life stuff, and I think that's why
I love that, but I would not be tuning in.
it will always be my favorite ensemble reality television show because there's a reality and there's a realness to it that like it's about friendship, it's about sisterhood. I do think that they lost the formula when my friend was on and like a few seasons before that because it was just like it got too messy of like it's like why are y'all acting catty with each other? I don't want to see my doctors being catty, but y'all are going through real life things again. And so I think the first few seasons were really great and really honest and authentic. And I think that they're getting back to it. Mimi, the one in the middle, light skin doing this. She has a child who's special needs and like she's talking about who's autistic. She's talking about what that struggle is like. She's a psychiatrist. Um,
Okay.
and so, like I think that like, her husband I think was a former NFL player. Like he's very attractive as well, they're a very attractive family and like showing us sort of like, what does their life struggles look like? How are they integrating within this group? She started off as a friend of my friend, and I wonder if they are still friends, because she's still on
They're
the show.
probably not.
And like my friend, she does this thing now. Like she does like our friend girl, for she'd be like, "We not friends. We was in class." But we was friends. We definitely kikied a few times, and like I wished her luck on the show. But she's like now doing a new YouTube thing with like a lot of like doctors' wives, and I think she found her group, and like I hope that that continues to stick. And like like I think that there's like more than enough room for like different circles of doctors and doctors' wives. Um, in Atlanta, and then we have the oh I forgot her name. Let me see if I got it. Oh, I forgot her name. Angel. No, Brandy. Nope. Yeah, Brandy is her name. She does Botox and stuff like that. She's cool.
Mhm.
We not seeing too much of her. I think she's a friend of too. Her and Angel are friends. She's Toya's friend. Toya went to go get something done to her, and she found out her dog died of 12 years. Her dog fell in the pool, girl. And so she was like crying there, and Brandy was like, "Girl, do what you need to do, girl." But yeah, that is it for this month. Thank you for walking with me for New Year's Eve, girl. I guess everybody else outside, y'all.
I don't know why it is raining.
How has it been? Because I've been seeing it. It's been raining. Let me
Well,
cut
it
this
wasn't
off,
raining
y'all. Thank you
yesterday.
for
It just
joining
started
me.
raining again.
Follow,
It's
like,
supposed to rain up into I think next week.